Hello everybody, now we are standing at the Nova Gate in Zadar, and today we're gonna show you all the beaches in Zadar. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bike here, an X-Bike, and like we did when we shot the video about beaches in Split, and we're gonna ride out to the northern part and start with the furthest beach outside there and go back into the city and do the same from the south and show you all the beaches so you can judge which of the beaches in Zadar is the nicest one. So as I said in the intro, now we basically came out to the northeastern part of Zadar, out in the city area called Borik, and we're going to start filming the beaches from here on and then go towards the center, so you basically have an idea what you have to choose between. We are now roughly 3.8 kilometers from the old town, from where we started at the Nova Gate. And this is actually not the last beat. When you go out in this direction, if you look out here, basically you have out here, this is still a part of Borik, and then after that comes the city part Diglo, and you have small beaches all the way around, but there's so many of them, there's no bigger ones, so there's no point in going all the way around. So this one is basically the first main beach. It's the Borik area, which is an area which includes several hotels. There's a campsite out here, so really a popular place for lots of people to stay. And they have various beaches, and this is the first one, their main Pebble Beach. And you can see there's a lot of amenities around on the beach here. There's provided with shade and all these things. And from here on, we are basically gonna go to the city. And I don't know if you saw my video with the beaches in Split. When I was doing that one, I was riding around with a camera in the hand. Unfortunately, Zadar's roads are way more dangerous than Split's. I thought it wasn't possible, so I'm gonna mount the camera on the bike. Hopefully we're gonna get some good footage anyway on the way, so you can see not only how the beaches look, but also how it looks along the coastline, coming from northeast going to the old town, and later of course we're gonna do it from the south side also. So let's get started. Camera is filming. It's a bit shaky road. It should get a bit better a little bit later, but as I said, I'm not impressed by the pavements here in Zadar. You almost need a kidney belt to ride but at least there are some areas where it's a bit better. So now we get on the better part. And as you see, there's plenty of green areas to lie down on with your towel, and up there they have deck chairs. Probably you can rent them, or they're part of the package if you're staying in one of the hotels. I'm not sure about that. And all along here it's pebble, small pebble. And of course, you see there's a lifeguard tower. This is one of the beaches which have lifeguards during the summer season. And this is probably the most, what we're coming down till now is probably the most famous part of the Borik beach. This is the sandy beach. So if you're not too big a fan of a bit of pebble, then this is probably your best shot around Zadar. Or if you don't want to leave the city, there's better sandy beaches a bit away from Zadar. I will tell about them later. But otherwise, this is the best option here. And I can see here beach chair, 10 euro a day, set with 2 chairs and a umbrella, or what do you call it, is 25 euro. So I see places you can eat here is of course also available. So I just want to show you out here at the end before I turn around, because I'm not going to continue here. There's a rented jet ski. That's it. Then we're gonna go back. So basically, if I would continue down there behind me, that would be kind of a peninsula. But we already went down there. There's a beach basically all the way around, but it's not. It's really quite big pebble or rocks, all of it. You can go out there. It's a bit hard accessible. You can hardly go with a car, otherwise walk out there. But there's one beach down at the corner of this peninsula. That one we're actually going to show you. So now we're just going to turn down here. I mean, normally towards the old town, we will continue straight here, but we're going to go down this way because I just wanted to show you the Punta Mica beach area. At least for a bicycle, it's really not friendly. Almost down at the Punta Mica beach area. We of course also have various coffee bars, etc. And you can see there's a turning spot. It's a blind road. You can actually continue into the woods here, but not a nice road. It's a beach hangout area. I can get some drinks. Wow, there's pretty heavy waves. Pretty heavy waves. And we can see the Sada Old Town where the ship is over there. We are back on track again. As you see, although it's very warm today, 30 degrees in the car when we came here. It's quite windy, as you can see. And at this part here, going up to the Bordic entrance again, you also have Pebble Beach. I think that one is an unnamed one. If you see the camera tilting to one side, it's obviously the case that I didn't manage. I think we should go up here. So here they actually have a bit of bike path. And you see here's another beach. Again, pebble. At least the conditions for riding a bike here is better. So you can definitely in the evening take a stroll if you're staying out in these city parts here and you need to go to the old town. As you can see, for people walking, the conditions are fairly good all the way. You don't need kidney belts for the bumps. So now we're at the end of the marina. Get around this small bay, and then we are again heading towards the old town in a more direct line. And basically most of the road from here on is one way. So basically we are now biking in the right direction. But as you have a walking path on the right side, I think you can sneak out here also with a bicycle going in the opposite direction. And we are just gonna, up here, we're just gonna do something completely illegal. We're gonna cross the road because I want to show you. But basically in there, you have a Sphinx. I think Sphinx. A really nice one. I'm actually gonna take a photo of it. So in case the GoPro footage is not good, I can provide you with a photography. And now we're getting to the last beaches, coming from northeast, going towards the old town. You see also the ship, big ship, is at the end of the old town, so we are more or less almost opposite the old town. And here you have a few beaches. You can just run around here. And as you see, this is big stones, or big pebble. And concrete. And then you have a coffee bar. So this is towards the north side of the old town. This is your first option if you want to go swimming and you're staying in the old town and don't want to walk too far. This is your first bet. And now we are riding along one of the other marinas which you find here in Zadar. And as you see now, we are getting close to where we started the video today. I don't know if you noticed. So I managed to get myself a bike here back at Nova Gate. Now, as I said, we're gonna go out completely southwest of Zadar town, approximately 3.5 kilometers out, and then we're gonna go back towards the city from there on, and I will show you the beaches on the way. So now we went as far southwest from Zadar old town as we could along the coast, and we are roughly now 3 kilometers from the city center. Behind me you have the ferry port Zadar Gazanica. I don't know if you saw our video from that one. Anyway, here behind me, in front of me basically, is where the first beach is, and we're gonna do the same as we did from the northern side. We're gonna take the bikes right towards the old town, stop and film all the beaches on the way, and of course in the video we're gonna blend in all the names so you know which is which beach, if some of them seems like one you would like to visit. And I will have a camera on the bike, so you will also be able to see how the trip out here looks like. So please, follow me on the way back to the center. Hope you will enjoy it. Now in this end out here, you mainly find cliffs. Here, down here at the end, it was they were not too high, so you could get in the water, but now it's already elevated. And when we get a bit further down, they are maybe 3, 4, in some cases even 5 meters high. But anyway, nice area around here. You see in front of us, you have a cafe bar and some place you can get some food. And in the bay, parallel to here on my right side, there's this tiny small island, which also have a kind of a beach, but the main thing you have over there is a dog beach, in case you're looking for that here in Zadar. And as you can see in front of me, there's plenty of parking, so if you're with a car here in Zadar, this is one of the beaches where you can easily find parking, as you can see. They actually did new pavement, and especially if you're riding with the bike, you should definitely consider going towards the south. It's way easier getting around here. But literally the first 2 kilometers, more or less, with a few gaps in between, everything is beach and various types. You see now we are maybe in elevation 5-6 meters from the sea level. Everything is cliffs, but you still have small beaches down. Here's one here, just in front of us. I'm just gonna stop here. You will probably be able to see it. As you see, there's one beach down there. They even have beach volley. I don't know know if it's visible in front of me here. And a bit pebble. And here you had a stair going down. You have a few rocks down there you can lie on. I'm just gonna stop over here. Just for you to give an idea. You see, if you follow the camera down there, you see in the whole bay there's places where people can lie, a few people lie around, and also below here, although it's a bit rocky down here, so plenty of options. Out here it's a bit more, probably it's not gonna get that crowded. Hey. And kind people. But here, as you can see, completely new asphalt, so really a comfortable place to ride a bike, and for that matter also walk. And good with shade down on the beach also from the trees here. And you see these people coming up from the beach down here. So there's a few places where you can enter and exit. And you see now it's here in front. So this is the city beach Kolovara, which is the biggest beach around Zadar. This one is located about maybe 1.4 kilometers from the center of the old town. So you could basically walk out here, and we are gonna go down here so you can have a look at this one. This is mainly a pebble beach, but as you can see on the map here, there's lots of activities: beach volleyball, beach football, you name it, all of it is here. And it stretches quite far, the beach. So in this part you can see it's mainly concrete. And you have several places where you have help to get up and out of the water. There's a ladder. And you have plenty of sunshades. And I guess they are all free of charge. Not as we saw it on Borek, where it was relatively pricey. You see, this part of the beach looks a bit different. Here you have a lot of green areas. So it's more park style, but again concrete. So Kolovara is definitely an option. And in most cases you will come down from these stairs, but you can also, as you will see, there's a road leading down here. That's the one we are taking now. And out there you have a tower where you can, if you are good at jumping. And of course coffee bars. And here you have basket. You have the beach volley. So now we basically finished with the Kolovara beach, but as I said, that is the main city beach, roughly 1.3, 1.4 kilometers from the main square, the old town. So that one you can easily walk through, or walk to. I think the last beach, which we have before town, is basically in here. We can just go in here. So this is the last beach area before the old town. This is called the Golden Wave Beach. So that was the last beach before the old town. You also have a lot of people, or some people during the summer, on the side of the old town coast where you find the Sea Organ, which is basically one big stretch, one big pier, or what you will call it. On that one, very wide. On that one, you also have a lot of people lying up there, and you can jump out there, and there's also ways to crawl out from the water. So that's another option if you don't want to hassle walking too far and you're staying in the old town. You can basically, go on that side of town, go out here on the street, and here we have, if you saw a Zadar video, now we're at Forza Marina. And we are driving up towards the land gate. We have the Captain's Tower and the city wall, and the Queen Jelena Park. So check out our video about Zadar Old Town. I am pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. Anyway, now we are heading up to Nova Gate, where we started our tour, and then we have basically seen all the beaches in Split today, in Zadar today. So now we are coming up towards Nova Gate. And here we are, Nova Gate. So now we managed to see most of the beaches in Zadar. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got an idea if Zadar is a beach place for you or not. If you don't feel that Zadar is the right place, you can maybe check out our video with the beaches in Split, so maybe you find something there. Otherwise, I can also suggest you, there's other alternatives around Zadar. For instance, you have Island Prego, which is just 20 minutes away. Usually, or most islands simply have the nicer beaches than what you find on the mainland, so it's easy to go over there. And of course, also in near Zadar, if you go up a little bit the coast, you have places like Sarton, which has a few nice sandy beaches, and you have Nin, which has one of the nicest sandy beaches in Croatia. So there's several options. You don't necessarily need to take the beaches in Zadar. If you're staying here, you can also easily, with a small ride, get out to other places. Anyway, I would be really interesting to hear your comments about the video, especially which beach here in Zadar you find the best one. So hope you will contribute, and I hope you give the video a like, and also please subscribe to our channel and maybe check out our playlist with all the videos we have from Zadar. Till the next one, thank you very much.